Hey, monster dudes, monster girls, humans. We're back again talking about the localization one more time because I think this is going to be the last time I'm going to talk about it because apparently I was right about the changes on these things because these Nintendo fanboys sure seem to love to gaslight us into believing, no, this is the direct translation to the Japanese version, which is not the case. And it goes to show you guys they don't care because Nintendo decided to screw everyone over. Let me fix this. Yeah, try to screw everyone over with this, and their fans have been brainwashed to believe that this is an accurate translation, which is not the case here. Because I've seen some of the translations for this game, but this is not it. And I'll let you guys read it here because it is so stupid right here. Alright. Let me try fixing this. But yeah, right here, you can see it right here. It says right here, these are the original one for the GameCube and the Switch right here. I suppose I could live with a silent princess. It might have its perks, you know. Yeah, I know this is what makes Bowser look like the worst character, but like that's what makes the jokes funny. It's like it's meant to be dark humor. And this is what they changed it in the Switch translation. And I don't know if this was the real original Japanese, but this is, I could go for a strong silent type. There were too many of those backseat bosses talking my ear off as is. Talking my ear off as is. And then we got, yeah, the one I already talked about, the infamous catcall was removed. And the last one right here is, I maybe should have listened to Toad's Word and behave more like a princess from now on. And that one had to be replaced. I shouldn't have wandered off by myself quite so often. Honestly, this was the stupidest change ever, but yeah, you get the picture. It is so dumb. It is the worst thing I've ever seen, but yeah, it's so dumb right here because, like right there, I even posted right here. I still got my copy. Fuck the new translation. Fuck Nintendo fanboys gaslighting us and saying that this is a direct translation. Fuck these idiots. Exactly, because these fanboys were all like that, and Dash Attack made a video too. Definitely check him out when you get a chance. Vivian changed the now render pointless and political as a goal for never about the faithful and accuracy. As they celebrate Vivian and validation to celebrate As they all celebrate Vivian's validation, I celebrate my own. Nintendo's localization committee must be reconstructed so that vision of the true games makers and stories writers can share with the world. No more picking and choosing based on ideology. I know, exactly. That's all it is. It's just picking and choosing. But that's not the worst part is. I'm going to talk about the Vivian situation because this is so ridiculous. It is not even funny. So, apparently... Oh, by the way, I want to read this right here. Yeah, I still got my original, so I'm good. Yeah, I still got mine too. And I might even emulate it too. Actually, I will say this. I will say something before I end this video. The entire game localization has been manipulated to remove problematic elements. Exactly the credibility is there to support Vivian's trans narrative? I know, exactly. They'll remove all this stuff that is so problematic, but they'll leave the Vivian, they'll actually put in Vivian being trans, even though he's a dude in the Japanese version, a cross-dresser, which is ridiculous. It's so dumb. Why emulation this title is the best option for modern gaming audience. Yep. Oh yeah, and this is another change they did right here. So this is the original right here. But before my finishing blow, he played a trick on me and gobbled me down whole. This is the new translation. Just before my finishing blow, she used the smell from her feet to stun me, then gobble me down whole. Oh my god. That is such a DeviantArt fetish, if I ever heard one. But yeah, that's one of the other translations they messed up. But yeah, this is like one of the worst I've ever seen. But yeah, right here, this is another thing. I'm going to talk about the Vivian Trans thing, because right here, they actually retconned it, and it's been proven they retconned this just to further their narratives. It's so ridiculous. So right here, on the right, this is the original right here. Who are you calling the three sisters? Aren't you a man? I'm sorry, One-sama. And right here, this is the new one right here that they retconned it just to make Vivian trans. And it's actually further proven. It's the three shadows, not the three sisters. How many times do I have to tell you that? I'm sorry, one son. I am a girl at heart, so yeah, so they just screwed the translation. Not screwed the translation. They retconned the translation, added features that wasn't meant to be there. It's so disgusting. And to further prove my point right here, this right here was the thing that was added here. This thing, remember how Nintendo was adding $200,000 or something over for their gender equality or something right here? Entering Nintendo Japan's website revealed Nintendo of America DEI policy initiatives for diversity through groups activities. Conducts training and diversity, equality, inclusion initiatives for diversity that groups activities. So they did it to the Japanese version. And you could read it all here. You could read this all here because Nintendo is spending $200,000 wasting money on this pointless thing right here. Yeah, Nintendo America continues to offer a variety of training employees both online and in person. For example, online training and all this stuff right here. It's so ridiculous, and they did this to Japan as well because it's further proven that Vivian was never trans. This is all just a bunch of gaslighting by fans and all these people right here. Look at this. Based on promotion of women's participation in advantageous workplace, the Women's Participation Promotion Act, which is actually effect on Japan's April 2016. Nintendo Japan has increased proportions recruitments on Wave 5. And this has been going on for so many years now that they wanted to advocate for this. Wow. It's so disgusting. Yeah, they've been doing this for a long time. Promoting the women's in Japan to make everything so inclusive and everything, and it's ridiculous. So the DEI thing infected the Japanese version. That's why they changed the bunny ears to cat ears in the Japanese version. And they removed a lot of things too, which is so ridiculous. Like the slot machines had to be changed to that. You could blame that on DEI. This is ridiculous. That people wasted money on this game, and all these fanboys are gaslighting us, including those stupid YouTube videos saying like, this is the first inclusion that Vivian is trans, even though oh my god, like, these YouTubers are the problem too. Like, I can't stand these people. Like, I can't stand these people in the slightest. It's so messed up. It's so screwed up that they retconned it. This is basically the Bridget situation, where like the other creator took the other original creation and they turned him trans. This is so disrespectful, and in a lot of ways that this is actually like Kawade's like nightmare to happen, like having his story bastardized for the current garbage like this. It's ridiculous. I am so glad I didn't give Nintendo any money, and I don't care how positive this game gets. I mean, look, if you like the game, good for you. A lot of us fans who grew up with this game are kind of middle fingered, and I'm gonna say this here to all those idiot fanboys that say, oh, well, you're transphobic or anything. Well, let me tell you something. You guys are racist against Japanese people. That's all I have to say to you guys. Because if this is how you guys think of us, that we're transphobic because we want the accurate translation and you're going to try to gaslight us believe in this, well, I'm going to say this. You're all racists. There you go. That's all I have to say to you guys. But before I go, what I would recommend is, if you don't want to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on this game for the GameCube release, I suggest emulating. Just emulate the game. There's no point in giving Nintendo money at this point, Because if they're not gonna give a rat's ass about the original creation and they're just gonna pander to the new generation, there's no point. And I know back in 2022 on my streams, like my Paper Mario stream, I said like I wanted a remake. That was the biggest mistake I've ever wished, and I got my wish, and I regret it to this day. Because not only that, I didn't even think that they were gonna go through with this, but Nintendo went through with this retcon. It's disgusting. Also, to all those Nintendo fanboys and you Nintendo channels trying to say Vivian Strands, you are fake fans. I had displeasure listening to. You guys are all fake people. You guys are trash. Your YouTube channels are trash. That's all I have to say. I'm Viperous, and I'm out. Remember, emulations are key to success. Bye. Like and subscribe.